we were all doing the Community Shield. I was in London and you guys were here, Stevie, in the studio. And it was very early, obviously, and it was the Community Shield, but it was a bit of an occasion. Obviously, Wembley, the curtain raiser to the start of the English season against a very well-organised Palace side, who kind of did what Palace do well. They sat back and they waited, and then they looked for those gaps and they hit those holes and they hit those balls over the top, and they really caused Liverpool problems. And we talked about the positioning of the fullbacks, the new fullbacks, to the tried and trusted centre-backs. You know, Konate with Frimpong, Kerkez with Van Dijk, and the gaps were kind of worrying in that game, and you thought, OK, they're going to have to go away. This is really the area they're going to have to work in the most. I know they've signed Florian Wirtz and the midfield has changed in terms of the balance. But when you change both your fullbacks, you really then have to go work on your back four as a unit. And to be, where are we now, a couple of months into the season, and if anything, they've probably got worse defensively. This is a huge concern. The other concern I would have is, apart from the defending, the coughing the ball up, the playing in the wrong areas, all those sort of things that they're doing, the Florian Wirtz situation, which is ongoing. I know he's very early and he's a great player. But it seems that Arne Slot is square pegging into round holes here to try and figure things out. You signed Frimpong, you got Bradley, but more than one occasion you've played Szoboszlai at right back. He's one of the best midfielders, all-round midfielders in European football. So just because you've signed some players, why are you weakening the team in one position to effectively weaken it in another? Even though he's done a decent job at right back in a couple of games that he's played there, that's a worry for me. That he's already at that stage of putting those pegs in the wrong holes to try and, you know, he might say it was to give somebody a rest, but it was trying to maybe to do, you know, because if Szoboszlai plays, Gravenberch plays, and it was Jones today, but it was usually McAllister. If those three players play, then Florian Wirtz either doesn't play or he's got to move position. Yeah. And if Florian Wirtz plays in the 10 role, then somebody's got to move position or miss out. And that's to the detriment, I think, of the team and the continuity of the team going forward, which is what they were brilliant at for the first 6 months last year. Consistency and continuity.